Hi everyone, I'm Xander77 and this is a Let's Play of Puzzle Agent 2. The first Puzzle Agent game has already been LP'd and I recommend you check it out on the Let's Play archive or just buy the game on Steam, it's fairly cheap, before you watch this video. Seriously, pause the video, go check the first game out, then continue. All done? Let's go!
Nelson Tethers, Department of Puzzle Research. Just arrived in Scoggins, Minnesota. There's a weird man staring at me. Some kind of thing going on at the local eraser factory. Locals report hearing whispers. Snow must be playing tricks on my eyes. For a second I thought I saw...
A mere 30 seconds after the game is started, we get our first puzzle. It's a bit difficult to explain based on the instructions, so let's skip to the puzzle itself. We want to get the best picture, that's the premise, and we need to make sure none of the symbols on the various rings match. So if one ring has a triangle on it, none of the other rings should have a triangle. The way to do so is first to make sure none of the symbols on the first two rings match the other ring and the second ring, and then to fiddle around with the third ring. As you can see, it's fairly easy to solve once you know what you're doing, but if you're just fiddling around, rotating the rings at random, it's incredibly frustrating. And guess what? That's what I used to do for the longest time, because I had no idea what the logic behind the puzzle is. Theoretically speaking, if you solve the puzzle through sheer luck, you can click on the How button and get an explanation. Most of the How buttons in the last game were completely useless, providing information like this, lack of information. Most How to buttons in this game are fairly useful and explain the logic behind the puzzle. I suppose this How button is just a legacy from the last game.
Eraser Factory is back open, even though Foreman Isaac Dabner remains missing. The Bureau's marking this case officially closed.
Ingram?
Oh, hiya, Nelson. Thought you'd left for the night.
Nelson's office has a lot of puzzle detail about it. It's fairly neat. In any case, the game marks interactable objects in certain areas of the screen with these circles. The only interactable object is Ingram, so let's talk to him.
How are things going in vegetable crimes?
The guys in leafy greens are pretty busy, but you know how dull it is in roots and tubers. We haven't had a real case since the Taro murders back in '76. What I wouldn't give to see some field action like you did. Puzzle Division! Wow!
Jim, Puzzle Division isn't that exciting.
Come on, Nelson. You were out of the office a whole week.
Are you looking through the Scoggins file?
I sure am. Oh, I hope you don't mind. It's just, I'm kind of a fan. You didn't just reopen some eraser factory. You completely cracked that case like it was some first-timer's letter substitution puzzle.
Yeah, crack that case wide open.
As you can see, topics of conversation that were exhausted are crossed out. The only topic we have left is a puzzle, marked with a little puzzle piece.
What are you doing in my office?
Check it out! I just solved the latest from Japanese puzzle master Hanji Monosaki. It's rated 4 dragons. Looks like you've got some competition in the puzzle solving department.
Yeah, about that.
What's the next number in this sequence? Oh, what's the next number this sequence? A slight mistake there. It seems easy to figure out that 1 to the next number is 3, but why? Well, most Monosaki puzzles follow the same logic. They have some sort of a progression having to do with time or date. In this case, we're following the numbers on a clock, a regular clock, not a digital clock. Okay, let's see. The How button should explain things properly in this case. Yeah, each number represents the hours on the clock, starting from 11. That's the usual logic in Monosaki puzzles. Time and or date.
Nice try, Jim, but you see here.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Don't worry, you almost... Hey, Jim, if you like puzzles, maybe you could do me a huge favor. I'm gonna be taking some time off, and I've still got all these tapes from the Scoggins case.
You want me to log them into evidence? These tapes must have all the puzzles.
Thanks, Jim. And I'll probably be recording more notes while I'm away.
No problem. Just mail them back to me and I'll file them through Vegetable Crimes.
Thanks for the help, Jim.
Yeah, Nelson. Have a good trip to... wherever.
The Bureau's marking this case officially closed, but I can't leave it like this. The factory foreman is still missing, and there has to be some rational explanation for all the things I've seen. It's going to take all my vacation time, but I won't be able to relax until I've found Isaac Downer and gotten to the bottom of this case. The only way to do that is to go back to Scoggins, Minnesota. I'm finally back in Scoggins. The place is a lot quieter at night. I don't see any of the familiar townspeople. I'm going to check into Valda's Inn and get a fresh start on the case in the morning.
Right. We're back in Scoggins, and our first order of business before entering the inn is to grab all the gum we can find. Gum acts as hints. Gum act as hints in puzzles, and in every new screen I am compelled to find all the gum.
Oh my, Mr. Agent Tethers.
Right, first thing first, gum, gum, gum. Second thing, you may notice this set is recycled. One of the benefits of doing a sequel is recycling a bunch of images, but some things are a bit different.
I kind of miss the wooden gnome collection, Miss Garrett. Made the whole place seem creepier. Stove still working fine, Ms. Garrett? Good, then I just won't go anywhere near it ever again.
That done, let's have a chat and get a room.
Dear. I mean, good evening, Agent Tethers. I didn't expect to see the FBI back here in town, not now that the eraser factory's back up and running.
This is just a personal trip. I suppose the factory's still running with no problems?
Oh, yeah. Our plant supplies the White House with all of its erasers, don't you know?
Yes, ma'am. It's a national treasure.
And you helped us get to the bottom of that nasty incident like a real town hero.
Well, it was no...
Which is why it's so unusual that you'd be back in town again.
Has anyone heard from the factory foreman, Isaac Davner?
What? Who? Oh, no. I mean, I don't recall anyone with that name.
I never did get to try your famous hot dish.
Oh, well, have a seat and I can whip up. I mean, we're all out. No, sir, not a scrap of it anywhere. Can't make any hot dish for the guests just come in from the cold.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Do you know where I can get some chewing gum?
Gum? Oh my, no. You won't find a stick of it anywhere in town. Not until spring at the earliest, and maybe not even then.
Why do you say that?
There have been rumblings in the town council trying to ban it within city limits.
But gum's the only thing that helps me concentrate.
Yeah, it's all part of the new Keep Scoggins Beautiful campaign. It's just a darn shame. You can see pieces stuck to walls and trees everywhere you look.
I'll be on the lookout for it.
Nelson has no shame about his gum addiction, and neither do I. Well, time to solve a puzzle.
Oh no, oh dear, this is terrible. We're completely booked up, I'm afraid. No vacancies.
No vacancies? In Scoggins?
Oh yeah, lots of, tourists. Here for the snow and, erasers. Look, you can see here for yourself.
Right, this is the first audience participation puzzle. I'll be posting screen caps in the thread, so I won't be explaining things too much, but the point is to see that even satisfying each guest's demands, we still have room enough for Nelson. Well, good luck solving it, guys. I'll see your answers in the thread.